Now we have the latest on Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the Maryland man who was wrongfully deported to a prison in El Salvador. There's new fallout because after President Trump suggested he could get him back to the U.S. if he wanted to. Our senior political correspondent, Rachel Scott, has the latest. Good morning, Rachel.
Robin, good morning to you. We know the Trump administration has been working closely with El Salvador on detaining migrants, but now we are learning the Secretary of State has been in contact with El Salvador about Kilmar Abrego Garcia. This morning, new fallout over the fate of Kilmar Abrego Garcia, the man wrongfully deported to a notorious prison in El Salvador because of an administrative error. Sources tell ABC News Secretary of State Marco Rubio is in touch with El Salvador's president about Abrego Garcia. Our Karen Travers asking if a request has been made to facilitate his return as the Supreme Court ordered.
Has a formal request from this administration been made?
Well, I would never tell you that. And you know who else I'll never tell? A judge. Because the conduct of our foreign policy belongs to the President of the United States and the executive branch, not some judge.
For weeks, administration officials have argued it's up to El Salvador's president to return Abrego Garcia.
President Bukele said he was not sending him back. That's the end of the story.
Now, in an interview with our Terry Moran, the president suggests he could get Abrego Garcia back if he wanted to.
You could get him back. There's a phone on this desk.
I could.
You could pick it up, and with all the power of the presidency, you could call up the president of El Salvador and say, send him back right now.
And if he were the gentleman that you say he is, I would do that.
But the court has ordered you to facilitate that.
I'm not the one making this decision. We have lawyers that don't want to do this.
But the buck stops in this office.
No. I follow the law.
Well, we know Secretary Rubio has been in contact with El Salvador. It's unclear if the goal of those discussions is to bring Abrego Garcia back to the United States. So far, the president of El Salvador has refused that, George.
Yeah, and it's almost certain that those comments the president made to Terry are going to make it to the Supreme Court. Rachel, thanks very much.